word is an equal opportunity epithet. So there is no other word like that in the English language. And that is not to say that there are not other epithets, but there is nothing like this word as been used. I mean, there are ways in which other people can wear this too. You don't have to necessarily be black, as you just demonstrated.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows and I don't want to say confusion, I would say the ignorance and the unawareness rather than confusion. And oftentimes what I hear masked as confusion is disagreement because people assume that there's a double standard there.
Right.
And I have to borrow from anti-racism activist Tim Weiss, who says, well, so is our American history. Our American history is a double standard. Now what?
Right.
All people are saying is think about your language, think about what comes out of your mouth. Are you being controlled by the words, or are you controlling the words? And anything that you can learn, you can unlearn.
And can't we just take our mom's advice, and if it's offensive to somebody, just don't say it?
Well, but I would move beyond offensive, though, because offensive can be really personalized.
Yeah,
and that's why
true.
I changed mine before. I'm not offended by it. I'm concerned when I hear people using language. I say that about these cuss words. I'm not a person who cusses. I don't surround my people with people who cuss. And even when my adult kids do it, I ask them not to do it in my presence. So there are ways in which I'm not controlling what they say. I'm just asking them to be more mindful of respecting what I'm asking. I don't do it in front of you, so I don't want you to do it in front of me. What those folks do as baseball players outside of the baseball workspace seems up to them. But if they're in workspace, then they have to be respectful of the policies, and there shouldn't be any tipping around talking about identity and what people are alleged. I mean, are you going to let people beat up people because they witnessed domestic violence in their homes?
Right.
I mean, there are ways in which those things need to be taken to a deeper critical level to figure out either we care about this, would we have people talking about women in disparaging ways? And the answer is yes. We call that locker room language. But I would also take issue with that as well. So there needs to be all kinds of things that boys need to think about relative to what we say in a society where women are treated so unfairly and there's such disparaging ways that we dehumanize, and I'd say the same thing can be applied racially.
Dr. Lester, it is such a complicated topic, but I cannot thank you enough for helping us out and navigate our way through it. It really does help us out, and we will definitely check out the Arizona State University initiative, Project Humanities. Thank you again, and hopefully we don't have to talk soon.
Well, thank you both, too, for navigating this, and it does take courage to do it, and I appreciate the opportunity to share some humble thoughts on the idea. So thank you again, and good luck, Jason, as you navigate this, because it's important for everybody. Language matters, words matter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lester. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, wow, that's a lot to think about. Jason, let's lighten it up a little bit, and what do we have to look forward to?
Okay, so my 3 predictions, got about 3 weeks before finals. So I am going to predict that I finish out the semester strong. I want to be thinking happy thoughts going into the home stretch of the school year. Could be wrong, but, have the right mentality, and hopefully everything works out. My second prediction is obviously more of a sports prediction. NBA playoffs continue to progress. I think that the finals winner comes out of the Eastern Conference for the first time in a long time this year. I don't know who it's going to be yet. We have 2 Game 7s coming up tomorrow. So it's anybody's guess whether it's Philly, Toronto, or Milwaukee. But I like the Eastern Conference this year. My third and final prediction, I think we're going to have some nice weather coming up. It's been very cold the last few weeks.
Yes.
I think that we have one more cold week in us, and then it's going to get nicer out. And if anybody that works at Ignatius is listening to this, please, 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 please give us relaxed dress code back.
Oh, gosh.
I'm dying to wear shorts in school, and I would want nothing more than to be able to wear shorts for my last 2 weeks as a junior. Thank you.
Okay. And finally, let's end on this. Words do have meaning. We used to say to our kids when they would get bullied, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt you. That's not true. It's supposed to make us feel better that they're only words. But the reality is words can hurt you, depending on how you use it. and what the history of the word is. Are you directing it at someone? That can make any word bad. Is it racial? Is it homophobic? Is it cultural? In 1962, comedian Lenny Bruce was arrested at a Chicago theater for using the F word. George Carlin was at that show. He wanted to point out to society that they're too stuck up, too proper. So that's why he came up with the 7 dirty words. Carlin was then arrested in Milwaukee for performing those 7 dirty words because they were considered obscenities in public. Now, 50 years later, we are still arguing what used to be called political correctness, but now we're putting more thought behind the argument. Do you take away the power of these words so that they fade away, or do you educate people on why they hurt and sting so bad? In 2019, you still can't use obscene language and most profanities in broadcasting. The rule is at least not until 10 p.m. when children are safely in bed. So maybe we can all agree. Words hurt. Use good manners. Know your audience, especially at a sporting event. Unless, of course, the game goes into extra innings, it's after 10 o'clock and you have to get up early, then you can just say, oh, what the f***. Our thanks to Dr. Neal Lester, part of the award-winning initiative at Arizona State University, Project Humanities. Please check it out online. He is the Foundation Professor of English at Arizona State University. We thank George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words from his Class Clown album, Adam Yaffe for his support and expertise in driving the show. Artwork and logo is designed by Shay Conander. The Sportscaster and Her Son is brought to you by Electroflex, a global leader in electrical conduit for over 60 years, electrically connecting our world. Subscribe to our podcast, The Sportscaster and Her Son, on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and wherever you listen. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and thesportscasterandherson.com.
And you can find my stories on Fansided and my mom's on NBCChicago.com.
See you later, everyone.
Thank you for listening.
So the words, as I say, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat